struggle, not because they lack ambition, but because they lack the mental blueprint for abundance. Drawing from their own experiences, overcoming limiting beliefs, the authors aim to help readers rewire their thinking around money and success, replace fear and scarcity with empowerment and purpose, develop wealth-oriented habits, and a success-driven identity. The book is a guide for anyone ready to move from survival mode to legacy building. It's about more than money. It's about mindset, values, and in creating generational prosperity. Ultimately, the Wealth Code empowers readers to take control of their financial destiny by shifting their mental framework, making smarter decisions, and building lasting wealth through internal transformation. Chapter 1 covers the mental foundation of wealth. In this chapter, the core idea that wealth begins with mindset. It explains how our thoughts shape financial outcomes and how limiting beliefs must be rewired to unlock abundance. Decoding your money blueprint explores how those early money scripts influence adult financial behavior and offers strategies to rewrite them. The Millionaire Mindset Rewired focuses on transitioning from a survival mindset to a creation mindset with exercises that develop expansive financial thinking and goal-setting habits. Breaking the cycle of financial self-sabotage identifies and overrides these patterns by aligning the actions with wealth-generating habits. The psychology of vision and reward. In the psychology of vision and reward, the authors explain the neuroscience behind goal setting and how to craft a clear, motivating financial vision. In Chapter 6, draws a sharp line between temporary enthusiasm and consistent habits. Readers learn how to cultivate financial discipline that builds momentum and long-term wealth. Identity shift, becoming wealthy in your mind first. This chapter guides readers through a transformational identity shift, showing how to become wealthy mentally before achieving it externally. There's quite a lot of chapters, it's 18 chapters, so I'm going to skip some. I'll just give you the titles and then I'll read some in between. The Habit Factory, Building Your Wealth Margin. Here the readers automate wealth building routines from saving to investing, in emotional intelligence and financial decision making. Here the chapter explores how fear, greed and stress influence financial decisions. The power of financial clarity helps readers define clear, specific wealth targets and align their decisions with those goals. Chapter 11 speaks to how to build strategic relationships that accelerate wealth creation. Overcoming the middle class comfort trap. This chapter reveals the comfort trap that keeps people from exponential growth. The Entrepreneur's Mental Toolkit equips aspiring business leaders with mental models and decision-making frameworks to think like successful founders and solve big problems. Chapter 14 shows how our language around money reinforces beliefs. The Minimalist Wealth Approach, Value over Consumption. In this chapter, it promotes conscious consumption, encouraging readers to detach from materialism and redirect resources into meaningful, value-driven investments. Future-proofing your wealth mindset focuses on adaptability, digital literacy, and openness to new wealth vehicles like crypto and AI. Teaching the world mindset, creating generational prosperity, emphasizes financial education, breaking generational poverty cycles, and cultivating a family culture of abundance and financial literacy. The integrated life, when wealth meets purpose. Wealth without purpose is hollow. The authors encourage readers to align financial goals with deeper life meaning, contribution, and legacy, building not just money, but impact. So everybody that's interested in getting a copy, you'll be able to follow the link, and that's where you'll be able to purchase a copy. And should you need the link, it will be available once the fee sale. Yes.
Thanks, Carissa. The next book that we'll be launching, it's called Wealth Beyond a Lifetime, Building Your Family Legacy. So this book is also from the same authors that we had from the first book. The authors is our own Dr. Aruba. We have also Dr. Muruko and Dr. Haruna. So I'm also not going to go through each chapter in the book, but I'll skip through some of the chapters. So I'll just mention what this book was actually written for, right? So this book is your family wealth strategy manual, offering accountable tools, offering actionable tools and systems to build, protect, and transfer wealth across generations. So this is basically what Dr. Aru was talking about in the session that we had about building legacy for the children, teaching the children how to conduct or how to run things, empowering the young ones from our generations to know how to do things so that that can follow to the third generation. So I'll just go through, on the chapters, I'll just go through chapter 1 and give a breakdown of that. So chapter 1 is the wealth blueprint. So this chapter defines wealth as more than just financial gain. It is about values, purpose, and legacy. Readers will learn to build vision-rooted principles which create lasting impact across generations. And I'll also go through to chapter 4. I believe all of us will get a copy, so I'm not going to go through each chapter, but I know you will get a copy and you'll read it, because we learned that the rich people read and read and read. And I believe that as I'm standing here, I'm standing in front of millionaires, billionaires, and zillionaires, so I know you will get a copy and read it. I'll go also through chapter 4. Chapter 4 talks about, it's the title of the chapter is Pillars of Family Wealth. So this chapter talks about true wealth involves more than money, right? We spoke about it, that wealth is not about money. So this chapter dives into critical roles of human capital, values, and social relationship, preserving wealth over time. And chapter 7, okay, I think I'll just move so that I'll just go through chapter 7 quickly. Excuse me, I'm finishing, I promise. Chapter 7 talks about family meeting and financial education, right? So this is about learn how regular, inclusive family meetings builds communication, trust, and financial understanding across all ages, which becomes cornerstones of legacy planning. And then I'll just quickly browse through chapter 13, which is entrepreneurial ecosystem. This chapter 13, encourages family to build supportive ecosystems for entrepreneurship, helping future generation innovate while staying rooted in the family legacy. I'll hand over to Carissa to go through the next book. Okay. The next book is The Capitalist Worst Nightmare, and the author is Richard M. Kaneki. This book was written by Richard Kaneki. After 4 decades within the financial system, and being mentored by billionaires, he came face to face with the harshest truth: inequality, exploitation, environmental degradation, and the loss of human spirit. He realized that capitalism in its current form is unsustainable. The book is his call to consciousness. It was written to expose the hidden cost of capital-driven systems on human dignity and the environment. To resurrect the human spirit by challenging the belief that financial profit is the only measure of value, to offer an alternative in the form